I believe that it is the NFL responsibility to make sure guys don't retire broke. Once you serve in NBA, once you serve in MLB, your future's set because you serve. We're the only people that keep coming to the drawing board.
I've been the captain on every team I've ever played on. I could be the biggest agent in the NFL right now. Financial advisor, agent, I chose not to go those routes because I don't like how the business is ran. I don't like the fact that you take a kid that's 22, 23 years old and you never help him find his purpose.
I hate seeing people get taken advantage of. And if I'm in a position that I can help them, this is just my calling, it's my duty. I want people to succeed and to do well and to protect what they have, because for me it's a passion in sports and it's also helping people because this is my expertise.
When you put yourself in position to be successful, you have an opportunity to be exposed to life. You have an opportunity to be exposed to living. And in the process, what we're advised to do is to trust someone that we normally don't trust.
We got a lot of issues in the NFL where guys are making a lot of money and then years later we end up finishing and there's nothing there. What is the difficulty in helping people with money? What are we dealing with here?
At 21, when you're in college and you're sleeping in the dorm room, right? It's cool, it's calm, you're riding a bike around. At 23, 2 years removed from college, when you getting this money and being catered to, your mindset is already, just 2 years ago, I was cool with sleeping on this hard ass cot. I was cool. The bed in the dorm room is probably this wide, maybe a little wider. This is the bed in the dorm room. And you cool with that. But at 23, when you get money, it's impossible. My bed can't be this small. My feet hanging off. Now I realize my feet hanging off the bed. I didn't get taller. I didn't go from 5'11" to 6'3". My feet been hanging off the bed.
Yes, sir.
I've been sleeping at the bottom of the bed as a kid. Growing up, you had 6 cousins in the bed, and one of your cousins peed. You don't even know. God, I know I ain't pee on myself.
That's 100.
Come on, man.
Now you don't. Now you want certain blankets. Yeah. Now you want
perspective and
put you in the
purpose, right?
mind. That's it. I've been walking on college campus, and the people in front of me, the white people, not the disrespect, but we just gonna be open, transparent. This is how we live. I was walking on campus, and the white people in front of me, the mother and the father was talking about how they met in the dorms. They were like Delta Phi Psi and all this stuff. I don't even know what. But he was like, that's where your mother met me, and that's what this and this and this. So I'm hearing all these conversations. And these are all the athletes coming into this university. But this is when I really got the perspective that I'm a little behind the status quo. As they're talking, my mother's saying to me in my ear, you better listen to what these people say. You better do what they say and don't mess up. You better, and I'm looking like, damn. They are having a good time in front of me. Behind me is enjoying this campus. My daddy like, whoa, the buildings. Wow, my goodness. I realized for the first time, like, I'm first generation something. Not education, not wealth, something. I'm on my way to something. My daddy just was stopped here. My mother was stopped here. So now you realize that there's an epidemic somewhere. Something's happening and no one's talking about it. 3 years later, I'm offered the opportunity to play in the NFL. When I get to the league, my money already gone. Half of the dudes that make it there, your money gone, bro.
Wait, why? Explain
because
that
you
more.
might as well take it and throw it up in the air because it has no foundation. If you're first generation, what is money? Cash? Are you talking about paying? My mother didn't pay bills. We're not talking about people that are living in equity or going into a place where we can actually exponentially grow our money, or they don't. It's do what he say because we need instant gratification. Why? Then you start looking at the system that we live in. I went from a dorm room to $1 million house and did not understand it, but had to act like I knew every day what I was doing while financial advisors was coming in their suits, looking good and stuff. And I'm wondering one day I could get a suit, but I'm paying for this man's suit. He said in my house, I'm paying, but I don't even understand the skit.
I mean, I got a chance to see it from really two different sides, right? Because, you know, I came into the NFL, I was a great college football player, but I was undersized. So even though I led the Big Ten in tackles, I didn't get drafted. So I had to come in through the back door. And so I never really made any money. You know, my biggest year, I think I made $305. The challenge is that historically, we have never prepared ourselves, right? You talk to a financial advisor or you talk to someone who comes in and speaks, it's always victim, 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 right? We always come from the perspective of people are getting taken advantage of. We never come from the perspective of what do we do to help people prepare themselves, right? Because if you prepare yourself, no one can take advantage of you. When you're a millionaire at 22, I don't care what you do, what financial advisor you have, what infrastructure you put around that guy. If you don't educate them, they're not gonna really be able to run their own shit.
And taking it a step further, if you have somebody, I don't care if they have the best education in the world, you're still 19, 20, 21 years old. You got a big number. You're going from a few $100 in your pocket to now whatever it may be, even if it's 300 grand. That's a lot of money.
Yes, sir.
At 19, 20.
Yes, sir.
Even with the education.
How do we allow guys to know the importance of what they hold, the value? Like how do we get them to see the real value? Like what the NFL does, they'll bring a guy in to teach finances at the end of training camp. You got about an hour to hear him speak and you're so tired. Your body tired, and now you got this new saying like, talk to my guy. That's like a new thing you get. Once you come first round, hey, get my guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Talk to my guy. Yeah. What you need, we need my guy. Everything goes to your guy. I want the guys to really look at their situation that's coming through this league and not to be playing in this league for 10, 50, how long we gonna keep? This been an epidemic. I'm saying, who gonna keep, this been hundreds of years, players leaving like nothing. NFL is the only sport that has this deficit. The MLB, retired, flourish. NBA, flourish. All these guys are flourish. We're the only people that don't have 100% contracts and still gotta beg for money after you done.
Why do you guys think the NBA does it and the NFL doesn't do it?
I think it's different because of
I think the owners are different.
one, you got guaranteed salaries. That completely changes things because it gives you more opportunities to make mistakes. I'm not saying the NBA guys don't make mistakes. They make mistakes too, but they can recover from theirs.
Right.
Right? Just like in baseball. You talk to a baseball guy that sounds...
But you still have the guys in the NBA that have...
Yeah, those are extreme cases, but not as many go broke.
Went broke?
Not as many.
Can't go broke, Allen Iverson can't go broke.
So what's the difference? What's the difference? Is it guaranteed contracts?
It's different because
Man,
one, they got a different brand.
You ain't never going broke.
And they got a different brand. So even when they go bankrupt, it's easier for them to recover.
Oh, different brand.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Clinton, right? Clinton's a brand.
You guys all are, though. I mean, you guys all have that persona and that
That's
people
why
like
we
to be
hear
around you.
But what I'm saying is you can't say that for, I mean, you look at the NFL,
Not
you got
for
350 guys a year coming into the league. It's just more bigger population. So I'm saying a bigger percentage of those guys, it's going to be harder for them to use their brand than Allen Iverson.
When I first got drafted by the Broncos, I signed for 1.3. I go in and get the check and I come out, it was $858,000. I said, shit, I signed for 1.3. They say, nah, the taxes. So I look down and you got all these taxes. God, 500,000 out of I got 858, right? In my mind, I had already planned for 1.3, right? Knowing I just signed, knowing I just walked out, my agent called me. Said, yeah, congratulations. I'm glad we got this deal done. Are you happy? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, man. So just go to the bank and you can wire me mine. We had jewelry, we had cars, we had limos, right?
All on the agent.
During the recruitment, from the agent.
Now you gotta pay that back.
I gotta pay my agent this 2%, and then everything I had spent. So now I gotta send my agent $500,000. I got $358,000. I bought a house. I bought a car. I bought my mama a car. And my agent called me again. This is in the off season. Say, yeah, you gotta pay taxes. Shit, they already paid tax. I paid taxes for my entire career when they got them $500,000. He said, no, you gotta pay off. He says you gotta pay. They didn't take enough out of your game check. So you still gotta send in $20,000, right? So I'm like, man, this taxes, like, God, it's killing me. So I send that money. You go through the season, whatever, year 2, we get to the point we're getting ready to play the Kansas City Chiefs. I had $121,000. I go and buy 2 Benzes with $121,000. I go buy 2 Benzes, right? And I just had that feeling like this is make or break for me. Like, it's either now or never. It was something telling me, like, this is your moment, right? I called Pastor Troy. I said, hey, you know what? Man, y'all need to come out here to the game. The whole crew. Come out to the game. Say, what? I said, man, I'm going to ball out. I said, matter of fact, bring the belt. He said, what? You want me to bring the belt? I said, dog, bring the belt to the game. That's Thursday. They fly out. Saturday, you go to the hotel. Sunday, you play the game.
What's the belt?
The championship belt that I put on the sideline.
Oh, where you get that from? That's Pastor Troy belt?
Yeah, I told you. Pastor Troy was wearing the belt. That was my partner. Call him. Bring the belt. He bring me a WWE belt, right? I go to the game.
That's right.
I come with the top down, with the music blasting. We ready. Pulling up in the parking lot. Brand new SL5. Wide open. Knowing how I'm feeling. And then I'm fresh, right? I'm looking good. This is my moment.
I got you.
I go into the stadium. I carry the belt in, little black case. I come in, sit the belt in my locker. Everybody, family and friends, they in the stands. We play the Chiefs. At the end of the third quarter, I had 18 carries for 218 and 5 touchdowns. Right? Right?
Right.
I put the belt on the sideline. When I put the belt on and called myself the champ, I knew it was payday. I knew what I had just did. The world was mine. I was Tony Montana. The world is mine right now. I'm Tony Montana right here. Right? But I put all that pressure on myself. I bet on myself. You see what I'm saying? Because honestly, I could have went broke right there.
I asked a question. When I retired with $11 million. On top of all the stuff I own, cash. There's nobody in the world that I trusted that I could ask, hey, how I put this in your hands and not lose it?
That's crazy.
I kept going day by day with everyone telling me how they could do more, but I didn't have one person. I wanted to ask the question or even tweet. Who the hell do I give this to that my kids don't lose nothing? It kept coming. People kept coming, different scenarios, and you trying them. You don't know shit about business. You don't know nothing about nothing. I know how to whoop ass. 2 people come against me, I'm gonna break that. I promise on my soul, you ain't gonna stop me. I'm great at that. I can get, now that money, when I stood over my wife and I couldn't save her at 28, and that monitor where she was breathing through, and I had calculated all the money I had, and I looked at her, and it couldn't save it, all the value of that dollar said it ain't
worth it.
I really know what value is.
What's missing educationally to get guys to that point?
Everybody doing their own thing.
That's what I was about to say, but
Okay.
I was saying
Every player that comes out?
No, every financial advisor, every firm,
there's no order.
every this.
There's no order.
There is no order, and there's no mutual respect. I don't like the fact that you take a kid that's 22, 23 years old, and you never help him find his purpose. I have dedicated my life to taking people to Africa, taking people to Haiti. I'm talking about I've taken hundreds of people there. A lot of time on my own dime. Just because I know what it's gonna do for them. It's gonna give them balance. It's gonna bring a different perspective that, man, people need that. We gotta start teaching not just athletes, but anyone that has access, man, we gotta define our purpose.
Yeah, I like
We gotta
that.
find our purpose, we gotta define our purpose.
I had a chance to go to Liberia, and I built my first orphanage in Liberia, Rainbow Town, outside of Monrovia. I was my year 2 in the NFL. I had just bought a car for like $100,000, BMW. I paid $30,000, Clinton, and I bought a whole village. 60 kids, schooling, water, food, $30,000. Put a whole, it really showed me what the money, what you thinking that this is, man, I'm going broke, I'm doing that, I'm putting, 30,000 bought me a whole school, all the kids have education, bread every day, food, whatever they want. It just put everything in perspective, like, man, in this opportunity you have as an athlete, like, you have so much chance to help.
Help, yeah, and give back.
That's
right?
where it all makes sense of why you're so blessed to do what you do.
When you asked me to go to Haiti, you didn't know 2 weeks prior I had just lost $2 million, right? You didn't know that. And I hadn't accepted that. But once I got to Haiti, I really didn't even give a damn.
Right.
It was so eye-opening to see people with nothing smile.
So what would be, like I said, what would be your greatest advice for a young person coming into money? I'll ask all you guys if you,
I always, I mean, the way I started with the younger people who come into a lot of money, whether it's a company or whether it's the athletes, is we start with, we especially athletically and entertainment, it's called the arc of a career. You have your first contract where the biggest education you need is that it's not that much money. 1.3.
Wow.
I tell these people,
Wow.
you're gonna
That's
walk
big.
away with
That
500 grand.
Yeah.
So it says 1.3, it ain't. So now, what's it gonna cost us to get you through the year on that 500 grand and save, let's say, 100? So then we put a budget together that says, it's very simple too. You can buy this house, you can buy this car, you can give somebody this money, whoever it is, whether it's your mom or your cousin or whoever, but that's it. And this is the way we're going to structure it. A lot of times it's hard because they're like, well, no, this is my money. And I'd say to them, this is going to get you through your next contract and your next contract or your next movie or your next company. That's where you're going to make your money. So I would say, I would boil it down to 2 things: a budget and help them see the future.
The advice that I would give guys is, before you do anything, you ask yourself, could I ask them for what they asking me for? And if you can't answer that, if I can't ask you, if I can't get you to give me what you asking me for, I ain't got no business dealing with you. I don't have any business dealing with you. If an athlete could come to the realization before they give anyone their money, right? When somebody come ask you, oh man, I want you to get in this deal.
Well, how much
is it gonna cost me?
How much you
right?
worth?
How much is it gonna cost me? Oh, you give me $1 million, I'm gonna do this. Stop right there. For one, he don't have $1 million. He never has. And he gonna get his biggest payday when you give him that $1 million, 100,000 of it going to him.
That's a very good point.
Right.
That 10% of that going
Very
to
good
him
point.
off top. That's why he's so eager to get you to sign and
Because he
get
gets 100
involved
grand
in
right
That's
there.
it.
Because he getting his first 100 grand.
My only advice is to make sure that your eyes are really open. Because sometimes we think we know, or we think we're making the right decision, and we're getting good advice. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of players, including myself, got great advice from people. I didn't always listen. And I didn't really understand or know to listen because I feel like my eyes weren't truly open. And so that's where I go back to the purpose. If you're an athlete and you are blessed with the ability to go out, play college football, play pro football, man, go out and touch the extreme poor. I don't care what your passion is. I don't care what your purpose is. You will find it. I just truly believe that. It changed my life, and everyone I've been around, my closest friends, has changed theirs too.
I want to thank these wonderful experts, man. Guys just came through on the field, off the field, and I hope that we gave enough information that you guys can really take and share with others that could benefit your future for the remainder of your lives.